everybody, how's it going? Stoner 15 here, welcome back to another nostalgic reaction. We're getting into his Christmas movies now. We're going to be reacting to his newest episode of his review of the movie Paddington. Now, Paddington is a character I do know very well, but I have not necessarily watched the movies myself, but I know in general his character. So, I am curious to see what is said and done about this. I don't know, because we're going to have a lot of good Christmas movies to go through. My favorite Christmas movie is Arthur Christmas and all of the other reindeer. So, maybe he'll review one of those. I don't know. Let's get on with it. 3, 2, 1.
Every year, more than 60,000 trailers are stolen. And who
Let's
can blame them? Trailers are sexy. Everybody wants them. You need protection. That's why we're offering the new Bad Trailer Security System.
What?
That's right. We play bad movie trailers over your own trailer to make people think it's not worth it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna wrap that thing, but then I saw this whole routine with a bear in a bathroom, and he's riding a bathtub down the stairs, and
I mean, we lost interest. The trailer didn't do it any justice.
I'm over there.
We take something people put a lot of time, effort, and money into and make it look like absolute garbage nobody would want anything to do with.
Whenever we went on vacation, we were always afraid our trailer would be stolen. But then, we started showing the preview of Cabin in the Woods. It looked so generic, so boring, so not worth anybody's time. I feel safe knowing that while it may become a cult hit later, nobody wants to go near that dumpster fire of bland.
Order now and we'll give you the complete Pixar collection. Yes, for some reason, just about every Pixar film has god-awful advertising.
You can't fly.
Yes, I can.
Can.
Toy Story. Can.
That was their big closing line. They had To Infinity and Beyond, and they went with that. Unforgivable.
Did you mention that it also comes with a trailer for Paddington?
Yes, we did.
Well, I'm mentioning it again because it's just so bad.
So bad. Order the Bad Trailer Security System today. We know this is a long way to go just to say the advertising for Paddington was awful, but I also didn't see this beloved classic because of it. Shame on you. Shame on you all.
It's so bad!
So bad.
Honestly, similar reasons. So I guess it's on me for not giving it a chance.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. Guy, remember it so you don't have to. Why, it's early December. This looks like a job for Christmas.
Alright, let's see Christmas. Put it on. You can't fit in. Almost there, almost there, almost there. Oh, watch the fingers.
Haha!
Yeah, just jump cut.
Hello?
That was so bad!
What do you want? I'm still at home. This is Paddington. Released 10 years ago in 2014, Paddington won over audiences everywhere despite, as we subtly put it before, not having the best advertising.
Not subtly.
It looked like it was going to be playing with fire if it was an origin story for Smokey the Bear. It looked awful. But thankfully, word of mouth and good reviews led to a lot of people loving it even years later. No, it's not a big surprise in Britain, as the book was already pretty beloved, but in America, it was known enough. Honestly, I always confused him for Corduroy the Bear.
That's racist!
Damn.
It also did help that it was released in America in January. Not only after Christmas, as most people see this as a Christmas film, but also in the month when many studios release films they're basically sending to die.
None more than north.
Nevertheless, Paddington succeeded. Granted, it never did hit #1 in American box offices, as, well, people had to see that fake baby in American Sniper. But critics and audiences really seem to love it as, like I said, it's still being talked about and even more sequels are being produced. So, what's so charming about insert any number of bear jokes I've made in the past year? Well, let's sink our claws in. From the writers of, well, everybody makes mistakes. Let's take a look at Paddington.
I see.
We start off this child-friendly adventure with a reminder of the incredibly child-friendly person who produced it. And we're shown a film following an explorer journeying through Peru.
I travel light, carrying only the absolute essentials.
And you know how when you're not sure about a movie, but a good early moment can start putting those fears to rest?
Yeah.
His helpers carrying basically an entire living room was that for me.
I thought my time was up, but the bear saved my life.
He discovers two very friendly bears who seem wise beyond their years. Mostly.
This is marmalade.
We're gonna make parents hate this product due to so many kids demanding it after this movie. It'll almost match the pet clownfish genocide from the Year of Nemo.
Oh
If you
dear.
ever make it to London, you can be sure of a very warm welcome.
Years later, after the explorer leaves, the bears look after their nephew, played by Ben Whishaw, who's as obsessed with marmalade as his folks are.
Oh no.
This was a Smurfs movie that go on for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
They construct a machine dedicated to making marmalade. However, an earthquake hits, and okay, which one has the trip vibe? Somebody always trips during a scene like this. Auntie it is! Uncle stays behind to help, but doesn't make it to the shelter in time.
Aunt Lucy.
Paddington, what have you done? Seeing how there's nothing left for them, his aunt sends him to London. As the explorers said, he will always be welcome there.
I see.
Aren't you coming?
I am too old. I will be safe in the home for retired bears.
This movie's like the Country Bears if every joke was given just one more day to tune up.
Yeah.
I'm saving up to buy a house, so I want to avoid big medical bills.
So a home for retired
He says goodbye
bears,
and makes his way to England.
It's nothing but marmalade.
diabetes later.
London.
I will say the animation on Paddington goes back and forth between being passable for a kid's film and legit really believable. Even when he doesn't look great, there's never a sense that anybody was half-assing it. They even animated him in this picture reflection. Nobody would be looking for that, but they did anyway. This movie truly does feel like a
realize that.
labor
That's
of
pretty
love.
cool.
Personally, I enjoyed the Victorian wool experience.
Nobody seems to help until he stumbles across a family named the Browns.
Keep your eyes down, there's some sort of bear over there, probably selling something.
I am legit blown away by the bear world building this movie has.
Yeah.
Like, you know how I said the opening joke
Everyone's just
all my
okay with
fears about this
sentient
film?
bears.
That one line made me say, okay, this movie's gonna be really good.
Good evening. No, thank you.
The father, named Henry, played by Hugh Bonneville, wants to keep his distance, but his wife, Mary, played by Sally Hawkins, sees he's in need and decides to help him find a place to stay.
Shouldn't you be at home?
I haven't quite worked out how to find one.
I can't help but wonder if Mary and Paddington's colors are intentional, as they seem to have a strong bond instantly, and he often wears a red hat and blue coat, while she often wears a blue hat and red coat. Almost like they're showing there is a natural connection. Could be a coincidence.
But
It is
two
an
different
interesting
areas.
Hello there.
Hello.
And yeah, I think everybody knows there's a lost and found sign in the background, but damn it, it's pretty adorable.
Yeah.
Why don't we find you some help?
Oh, yes, please.
Henry is less than thrilled, but he does make chit-chat, even trying to learn how to speak bear.
Try it. That is extremely rude.
That was 5 bear slurs, even worse than when Nicolas Cage did Bearface.
Nice.
Since his bear name is hard to pronounce, I decided to give him a different one.
Or perhaps you'd like an English name?
An English name?
How about Nigel Poppy Robbie Bobby Bottoms?
No.
Cumberbatch.
We'll just go with
Look,
Paddington.
Henry, it's perfect.
Thank God this wasn't the station they stopped at. They take Paddington to his home, they pass by the author getting sloshed on his residuals, and they pull him to Mr. Banks' house. Which makes sense, the voice actor for Paddington will be living there shortly.
Oh, really?
This is wonderful.
Some of the film's great writing shines through, and they try to figure out if they should give him to an orphanage, which scares their son as he thinks it's Arkham Asylum.
It would be an institution for young souls whose parents have sadly passed on.
I was gonna say, what are you thinking? You're gonna put a bear into an orphanage? No one's gonna do that.
I love it when writers figure out you can actually be more creative writing a movie for kids than a movie for adults a lot of the time. But of course, a lot of this wouldn't work if the directing and acting wasn't 100% dedicated. And everyone in here is treating this material as artfully as possible.
What it is we have a guest for the night, a bear, and I just needed some extra cover for any Yes, a bear.
The way he so casually keeps dropping the word bear should be studied by every Shakespearean theater.
Yeah.
We partake in the teaser trailer that made everybody think this movie would suck, and while it is better in the context of the film, it is still pretty lame.
Yeah.
Granted, this shot's pretty cool.
Nice weather for the ducks.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
But it quickly makes up for it by showing what every family member is like by
So I guess I'm
displaying them in a
stupid.
dollhouse.
First thing tomorrow, that bear is out of here.
this visual is breathtaking.
Mr. Brown says that having a bear increases the chances of major disaster by 4,000%.
Also, he believes there's a 20% chance he's in a Wes Anderson movie.
Judy suffers from a serious condition called embarrassment.
They set up arcs for every family member, which, okay, aren't the most original, but they do show the family has a clear identity that Paddington will no doubt help improve. Like how Henry obsesses over his son's safety after an accident.
Last year, he built a pair of rocket boots.
3, 2, 1.
Yep. Wile E. Coyote
Listen,
the
played by
death.
Nicole Kidman, partaking in an oldie but goodie joke with the mounted heads, and revealing she's obsessed with finding Paddington.
That creature means a great deal to me.
Is he endangered?
He is now.
There was originally a lot more of Kidman throwing knives. She even learned how to do so for the film, but too many kids said they were afraid of her. She's a villain! You're supposed to be afraid of her!
Well, yeah.
Because we can settle for the daggers from her eyes.
Seems to have lived on nothing but marmalade.
Did you say marmalade?
So my thoughts on Kidman in this role are honestly the same I have about her in just about every role. Acting-wise, she's fine. I never really saw her as an amazing talent, but it's clear she's giving her all in everything she does. I just feel like she never goes big enough or subtle enough to leave a huge impact. And it's a strange in-between that gives perfectly fine but not phenomenal performances. But what she does have is a great look. Her face is naturally designed to be intense and interesting. And I think that makes up for any moments where the performance might be lacking a touch. I mean, she doesn't have to say a word, and I'm already laughing just seeing her in this movie. And you can tell that's 100% intentional.
He sneaked out in the mail van.
Yes.
I tracked him as far as Paddington Station.
Good.
But then he disappeared.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't need to follow him. He already has the most delightful stalkers. Do they just have the same people in the opening carrying those instruments?
Actually, that would be pretty cool for
Not every moment works. Like there's maybe one too many slow-mo shots. I kind of feel like Zack Snyder took over for a minute. But again, the charm of the movie shines through when Jim Broadbent plays an antique store owner who might have some info on his hat and the explorer who gave it to him.
Every morning it arrives at 11 o'clock, bringing salvation, just like a train that I took many years ago.
I usually travel via wardrobe, but the train works too.
My parents sent me all the way across Europe. There was a lot of trouble in my country.
Trouble meaning way too adult to talk about in a kid's movie, but look, we're in the train now, whee!
But I soon learned a home is more than a roof over your head.
Part of the charm is Paddington really does have a child's point of view. When he's told somebody traveled on a train, he sees him in the toy train.
Right.
When he hears people talking in a house, he sees them in a toy house. He looks at playthings as real world, as we all did when we were children, and this film helps us reconnect with.
True.
Also, I don't know how they're doing it, but they are somehow constantly making the word bear funny.
Some kind of tiny police bear.
And I thought their underage canine unit was out of control.
Oh, yeah. Poor Chase. I still feel bad that the poor dog just was about to be canceled and kicked out of his own movie. Well, I'm not going to get into that. I just feel bad for it. I know, maybe it's the British accent that makes it out. Oh, hello, Mr. Bear. Hello, Naughty Bear, for anyone who knows Naughty Bear.
Paddington thinks a mugger dropped his wallet, accidentally helping catch him, resulting in a headline that's both so clever and so terrible I hate it. Just as the antique store owner figures out a clue with the hat.
It was made for a member of the Geographers Guild. They should be able to tell you who they made it for.
Or my name isn't Ludwig van Drake.
It does sound
a great flashback to show how Mary and Henry changed after having kids. Seeing not only they were hippie rebel risk takers, but they literally rode to the hospital pregnant and then left the same day instantly as overprotective parents. I'm amazed at how insightfully, touchingly, and hilariously this movie manages to show everything.
Where's the bike, darling?
This is our new car.
Oh yes, it changes. It's the new Transformer line. Oh, adulting, Christ, why even try?
Nice.
All we want is to find our way home.
I'll get you home.
Chaplain, Buster, I got amazing news for you. Yes, I can see you're so excited. You know, you two mean a lot to me. Yes, your butt's everything. Mary has the voice of Grubs. Nah, say it right that time. Played by Debbie Barry. Played by Debbie Barry. Played by Debbie Barry. You have to be subscribed. It's a lot of fun, really cute, and I think worth your time. Go to youtube.com/Keenspot to check it out. Come watch me play Sonic X Shadow Generations every Friday on Twitch.
I heard you were playing that.
Content 5 days a week. Hope to see you there.
I thought about playing it.
The family gives Paddington some flasher clothes. Hey, tell me I'm wrong. He is naked under there. And Melissa gets info from a cab driver who dropped him off.
When somebody doesn't give me what I want, I remove their body parts.
Did the books have a Dr. Giggle-style villain in them?
Probably.
Just remember, don't throw knives, too scary, but removing body parts? That's fine.
I really do like these French sandwiches.
Dead bodies in the river.
She finds Paddington and befriends one of the neighbors, played by Peter Capaldi, by hiding out in his TARDIS.
Leave him in a bear.
As a matter of fact, that bear is the reason I'm here.
If I spray paint him white, I can do my own Golden Compass sequel.
Oh no, don't do that.
And Paddington head to the Geographers Guild to see if they can locate the explorer. When they get a suspicious answer, though, they decide to sneak in themselves.
Are you certain there was an explorer?
Ooh.
Why are you looking at me like that?
All right, you're a bear.
I mean, to be fair, he did say a bunch of offensive slurs to Paddington earlier.
He dresses up as Mrs. Doubtfire, and it's not really him dressed like a woman that's so funny. It's the fact that he barely attempts to disguise his voice at all.
Yeah.
Haven't seen you before, have I?
Let's see.
No, that's right. I'm new.
The cast of My Python is saying, you know what, we were damn sexy. These random clothes also happen to have an ID, leading to some more really great writing.
Oh boy.
And
I had it lasered.
and the arm's grown back.
It's a false arm.
Also, your third leg is gone. What ID picture has a person's entire body? They find a tiny film strip and escape as Melissa finds out more from her accomplice.
Only one bear.
The whole street will be crawling with them. Drains clogged with fur. Buns thrown at old ladies.
They'll be eating the dogs and eating the cats. Police reports won't be flooding in.
Jeez.
The film strip shows Paddington's aunt and uncle as he stargates his way back home and remembers the good old days.
Aww.
They get the name of the explorer too, and as soon as the family leaves, the neighbor tips off our villain.
Oh,
Yes. Yes?
That so should have been an actual phone. Tell me that's something she wouldn't make.
No, it's so
Scotch tape scene that's about as funny as the bathtub scene. Again, like I said, they can't all be winners.
Yeah, this is pretty
and
much
so on and
expected.
so on and so on.
Well, Kimmin says if my ex can do this, so can I. The place catches fire and Paddington tries to tell them of the mysterious stranger who caused all this.
There was an elephant.
An elephant?
Well, it had the head of an elephant and the body of a snake.
Or maybe I took an edible while reading The Little Prince. They fear Paddington might be a danger to the kids, causing him to leave, and while yes, this is a pretty forced trope, it does fly by pretty quick. They just need a reason for him to get out of the house. They don't really treat this like any high drama we haven't seen before. They try to give him something to do that's been established, like he is trying to find the explorer. He isn't just sitting around feeling bad. And again, there's a ton of charming moments around it.
Aww.
Here, they're sweetened with my dandruff. He checks every home that has the explorer's last name, only to discover Melissa this whole time was his daughter.
Come along, going for a lovely ride.
It's gonna sound weird to say I'm jealous of the jokes from Paddington, but I don't care. I'm jealous of the jokes from Paddington.
That's a really good joke right there. It's just saying taxidermist Dan.
A bear workshop and reveals that their father became a laughingstock because he refused to bring the bears home to be stuffed. As he said, they were civilized.
They didn't even speak English.
Do they play cricket? Drink tea?
Do the crossword?
No, but they make money. That's usually the ultimate qualifier.
Yeah.
She's vowed revenge to get one of those bears as a specimen, and now she has her chance with Paddington.
Jeez.
The family discovers what's going on and tries to break in to save him, while, of course, growing closer.
Someone has to.
Okay.
Now strip.
No.
He helps Paddington escape, but our villain is not far behind.
Give up, bear!
Not happening.
Give up, bear!
Well, you said it twice, I guess I have to now. Proper British manners.
Oh no, cremator.
After a surprisingly suspenseful chase, Paddington is saved, but our villain gets the drop on them.
Hand over the bear.
You'll have to take us all!
Okay then. I've never stuffed a human before.
She accepted that way too easily. I love the more you think about it, the more screwed up she is.
Dang, I didn't expect Paddington to have such a good villain. No hesitating to kill someone. Jesus.
Could I have one last request?
Go on then.
Seeing how I've never watched or read anything in my life, I can't see how this can backfire.
Attacking the pigeons.
Her, attracting the birds, and she's defeated. Good thing, too, we only have 3 minutes left to make this a Christmas movie.
Hey there. This is a very calm video from Nurtec ODT.
Get out of my face.
The judge didn't think that prison would do her any good. He gave her community service.
Our villain is sent to work at a petting zoo.
I hate Manu.
Our heroes, of course, adopt Paddington to live.
Hold on. What did that sign say in front of the... Do not feed us as it can make us ill. Okay, I thought it was going to
Petting zoo.
I hate Manu.
Our heroes, of course, adopt Paddington to live with them. I found out the president of the Ukraine voiced him in a foreign dub.
Oh, really?
I had nowhere else to put that. I just could not mention it. And look,
That's
a tree.
incredible.
This was about Christmas all along. Yeah, okay, I guess it's similar to It's a Wonderful Life. It only becomes a Christmas movie near the end.
Yeah, fair enough.
Somehow we're gonna keep arguing over this one.
Ugh.
I certainly see it as a Christmas movie. It came out around that time. It has similar themes and colors, and the holiday is shown at the end. But however you see it, it's a pretty damn enjoyable flick. The characters are charming, the acting is mostly going for broke. The style is incredibly creative, and it's just crazy likable. As someone who's certainly heard of Paddington as a character, but didn't really follow much about him or read many of the books, I found this pretty welcoming and enjoyable. It's got great humor, a wonderful heart, and feels genuine despite relying on more than just a few classic tropes.
I can certainly
Whether you
see
see
that.
it as a Christmas movie or not, it certainly knows how to give you the warmest of fuzzies. I'm a nostalgia critic guy, remember? So you don't have to.
Well, thanks for showing me that, Doug.
Definitely playing that behind the scenes somewhere.
Some kind of
The issues of making sound effects, eh?
tiny police bear.
A tiny police bear, you say? Well, dang. I actually can't believe I never watched Paddington. Honestly, I mean, I remember, I think maybe seeing like clips of it a couple times, but never actually officially trying to watch it. But that's a shame. Yo, I guess I have a new Christmas movie this year, so without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction regardless. Sorry, I ended up being tired because I've been able to work overtime, you know the drill. With that being said, hope you guys still liked it nonetheless, and I will see y'all next time. Bye!